This episode is brought to you in partnership with Choose Chicago. Capture the excitement. 77 Flavors back with a dope ass guest, boy. Dope ass guest. We're gonna get into it in a little bit. But y'all, we on location.
Yeah.
Man, I love this weather. It's starting to break in.
Except it's like -12. But, sure.
But this is.
We got on coats. I don't know what he talking about.
I'm short sleeving it. You know what I mean?
It feels good when you getting the heat in your car.
77 Flavors starting right now.
This is the podcast where we visit all 77 of Chicago's historic neighborhoods and discuss their heritage and taste the amazing food.
And if you know anything about us, we love two things, food and Chicago, so I can't wait to burn this gas money.
You ready?
Let's get it.
This is the 77 Flavors of Chicago, the podcast.
Yo, what's cracking, everybody? Welcome to another dope episode, 77 Flavors of Chicago.
Hey.
I'm feeling good, y'all. Can I start by saying y'all some amazing hosts?
Hey.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, we'll take it.
We haven't even started.
Hey, we ain't even gave this yet. Hold on.
Help me. I need one of these. I need one of these just like it. That's nice.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all. They official.
Yeah.
You want to introduce yourself so we can get some credibility behind this?
Hey, listen. So I'm here with 77 Flavors, and I'm just one of the not flavors. Y'all, what's going on, y'all? My name is Jeremy Joyce from Black People Eats. I'm here with the ooh wee. That's me, you know. But yeah, my name is Jeremy Joyce from Black People Eats. I'm here with 77 Flavors. Y'all, we on the podcast.
Yeah.
I love what they doing. They doing some amazing things in Chicago.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful couple, and I said, I love to come on y'all show.
Man, we appreciate you, man. We appreciate you. Dario, Sarah, y'all know us, man. That's normal.
Maybe they don't.
Maybe we got some new listeners. But look, man, it's a pleasure to have you on here,
Thank
bro.
you so much,
I think
man.
we both been following you for a long time, man.
Yeah.
I ain't responsible for no calories.
Man, look, I'm about to claim all that right now. I got you right here with me. So. Remember that one time you sold me that chicken at one time on your post?
Nope.
He said that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Don't blame me. Don't blame me.
Y'all, we are in Chatham and on here over 75th and Flaming.
You insisting on calling it Flames.
Yeah, man, look, the food is flame.
It's flame.
I mean,
Flaming is
the
flame.
food is flame, y'all.
The logo has a heart with a fire.
Yeah,
you
that's
know.
Shout out to Dr. T and June, the owners of Flaming. We just had French toast with strawberry syrup just dripping all around. We just had the Alfredo, the fried salmon with the popping skin. We also just had the burger with the juicy meat drizzling all out the sizzle.
Hold on, my man was preaching, man.
Hey, we ate good. So shout out to Flame. But you know what people don't know? Flame was one of the restaurants when I first got started.
Really? Yeah,
So,
we know. I'm
yeah.
acting surprised, but man, that's dope.
Yeah, man. When I first got started, I walked in here. And I'm gonna tell y'all that.
Tell us.
This is a perfect time. Tell people about your business, the Instagram, how you everything. Go ahead, it's your
Instagram,
world.
y'all.
Yeah.
So Black People Eats. We highlight Black-owned restaurants around the world. That's all we do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we send in a Black-owned restaurant. I brought this on from a Black-owned restaurant. They just got some cake from a Black-owned restaurant. I got some popcorn from the Wellas, some cake from Brown Sugar Bakery. And I really just want to make people happy. And I said food is the way to do that.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
So we started it. And it's interesting that we picked Flamin'.
Yeah.
So his wife didn't even tell me she was picking Flamin'. She just picked it. And I was like, I don't even think you know, but this was one of the first restaurants I came to when I first started.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Historically, 75th Street was the first restaurant I ever went to. So Brown Sugar Bakery actually was the first restaurant I ever went to.
Really?
Yes.
And we got both. We featuring both on this
Featuring
podcast.
both.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that was even crazy. So I came in here, and this is what I wanted to tell y'all. This is so wild. I'm thinking about it right now. I remember when I came in here, I was like 3 months in.
Yeah.
The owner of Flamin', Dr. T, I call her Dr. T, Tasha, her mother was in here. She saw me like doing my setup.
Yeah.
This when I was using the front camera.
Yeah.
It wasn't that clear. And before I was getting ready to leave, she was like, I can see it. You're going to blow up. She said, I can see it. It's like a rocket on your back. You just gonna blow up.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm telling you, this is what God's showing me.
Man, you need that energy. You need people like that just breathe that energy in you, man. And that's look at you now. That was what 5 years ago they were saying.
Bro, it was insane.
5 years ago, did you think you'd be right here, right now?
No.
Wow.
No.
That's crazy.
I never. If you would have asked me 4 years ago, cause going on 5 years.
Yeah.
Hey, you gonna get a deal with Chicago Bears? I'd have been like,
that's crazy.
Hey, you gonna work with Discover? I would have been like, no. Yeah. Hey, you gonna work with Kingston? I'd be like, you tripping?
Right.
Wow. Hey, you gonna be? If people are gonna see you and they're gonna see hope in Black restaurants, I'd be like, nah.
I think you should give yourself more credit. I wouldn't say you just cover Black restaurants because yes, that's the front.
That's what it is.
But I feel like you truly give hope to you feature Black success. You feature Black people's stories. Man. You introduce, you know what I mean? Like you are just bringing so much awareness and like light, but just being yourself. You're just going.
You want me to cry on the podcast?
No, we do. Come on, brother. Let them tears out. I join you, brother.
That's why. Yeah, that's why we're actually fans of your page because one, it feels extremely authentic, and two, it feels like. Damn, it's not just hope of a restaurant, but these are families, these are business owners, entrepreneurs, and you're just shedding light on that. And I think that is so wonderful.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? I don't give myself credit.
Yeah.
I think it's because I what's the word I'm looking for? I'm always trying to figure out how I can do better than the previous accomplishment.
That's a good thing.
And that's such, I realize it's such a dangerous thing. Because what I learned is I don't appreciate what I just did.
Right.
I think a good combo of both of like yes, always wanting to better yourself, but also at the same time just like taking a step back and really appreciating where you are and how hard you work to get to this moment. I think a good combo of both is probably where most people's happiness is because like we're always like just hamster wheeling towards all right, what's next, but I mean for us we've only been doing this for 8 months, but these 8 months these 8 months have been insane, and if we didn't have each other to like take a step back and be like, are you just also are you also overwhelmed?
Yeah, you
like,
good?
Can we take a I don't know how we would have done it.
But you know what I like? Even in y'all, we just passed the 8-month mark.
Right.
That was like I was like, wow, that's amazing. I didn't do that when I first started. Y'all are like far ahead because a lot of people don't celebrate their achievements. And when you don't celebrate your achievements, I believe what you end up doing is you end up chasing an unfulfilled success.
Right.
Because nothing's ever going to be good enough than the previous good enough.
Yeah. That's very true.
Yeah. And that's a good point.
And a lot of the times people are not going to be proud of you for you, so you got to do it for yourself.
You got to pat yourself on the back.
Like, there's no shame in that.
Nothing wrong with
You've worked hard.
I do it now.
Yeah, right.
I didn't do it in the beginning.
You better?
Right. Bro, when we did the festival, when we gave away when we raised $100,000 and gave $100,000 away to Black-owned restaurants and we didn't take a penny of it.
Yeah.
I didn't celebrate. I didn't pat myself on the back.
You didn't take that time out.
I literally was like, next year we're gonna double it.
Yeah, but that's not a bad thing though. You know what I mean? Because like you kind of did give yourself a pat on the back because you already said, hey, look, I achieved that, and here's the next goal. You already set that goal, and that goal was the vision already. So in a way, you kind of gave yourself, because I do that a lot. You know what I mean? Like, I think I might, if I do celebrate, it's probably like in that moment, maybe for that half day or whatever it is. And then my mind is already, okay, how can we improve upon that?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like she had to tell me a lot of times, hey man, just damn.
Yeah.
My man like you, I don't even think about I'm gonna celebrate half a day. Literally, success achieved.
Yeah.
All right, next year we're gonna double it.
Yeah.
Like, so now what I do, I at least be like, man, I'm taking myself to dinner.
Yeah.
Chill out. I'm taking my team to dinner.
Chill out.
Absolutely.
We're doing something.
Yeah. I mean the a lot of people say if you are spiritual or religious in any form, gratitude is like a great key to happiness. And so you have to be grateful for where you are now and satisfied with what you have, because otherwise you're going to be like running after something that's just not real forever.
Right.
So you just have to be happy and satisfied with what you have, but also always aiming for better. Those can coexist. They're not mutually exclusive.
Right.
And the cool thing is, Sarah was talking about right at the beginning, all the accolades and everything and how proud we are. You inspire people like us though. You know what I mean? Like we still, when you confirmed, we were like, yo,
Yeah,
you
it
know,
was
like, so
it was like surreal.
yeah, we do that with like pretty much everybody that we on here with, because we like, dang, like we got them, you know what I mean? Like, so like we look at you because we, you know, we new to this, you know what I mean? We knew this. We trying to do two things at once: cover Chicago history and talk about food at the same time.
You know what I like about that? That excitement is what creates engagement.
Yeah.
Because when you excited about, yo, we got had this guest, it don't matter if it's Jeremy who's just started or Jeremy who's at this level. That excitement creates engagement. Like, so when I go in a restaurant, I get excited.
Yeah.
I'm not going in like, this ain't finna be better than Sarah's mac and cheese. This ain't better than my grandma's. Like, I go in clean slate, excited. And I do believe when you have excitement, you have great expectation. Like, y'all ever went somewhere irritated?
I mean, yeah, I have. Shit.
Not to this.
During the podcast? No,
not like that. I mean, like, have you ever went like just out, no working?
Yeah.
Like, or have you ever been in a rush?
Right.
You order food, and it's like every minute is agitation because you're in a rush.
Yeah.
Right.
And you ain't even enjoying the moment.
Right.
No.
Yeah. You're not even enjoying it. The food don't even taste good. Because you're like, you know what's funny is like, so, you know, my parents, I'm sure all y'all parents used to be like, hey, you don't go out the house mad. Don't drive. Don't get behind the wheel when you mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, because like your mind is gone. You know what I mean? Something crazy gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like, I always now, like I got to an accident one time and I was mad and I was like, it's my fault. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause I was, my mind wasn't even there. You know what I'm saying? So now I get behind the wheel. I'm not mad.
You know what? It's very interesting. You talk about the mind. There's this book I read. It's like Detoxing the Brain. If we don't learn how to like eradicate negative ideas and perceptions that we leave when we get out of the house, it affects our work, our content, what we create. You know, like imagine trying to do a show and you pissed off.
And usually the vibe ain't gonna be there. People gonna be able to tell.
People can tell.
Yeah, people. Yeah, they gonna tell. They gonna be able to tell. This was trash.
What's up with him over here? Yeah, Brody over there, eyes ain't popping out his head. He took a bite of that chicken with just regular face. What's wrong with him?
They ain't laughing like they used to. They ain't laughing like they used to. That's forced.
Right.
But no, that's a good point.
And now, have you kind of experienced that being an influencer now that you know you have to be cognizant of where you are in your creative process and like what you post? Have you kind of gone through that and experienced that?
You do, because this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, take your time, Pastor.
So what people don't realize is when you start to create something, not you, people start to put you on a pedestal,
right?
Because you're creating something that they desire, that they need, that helps them with their life, that helps them with their struggles. And what happens is they put you on they put an imperfect person on a perfect ladder.
Right.
So you do have to be cognizant, because the moment a creator or an influencer or a blogger or somebody in the space that has influence act human, is dangerous. You know, that's why, like, if you're struggling with something or if it's hard for something, I always tell people just stay at home. Or don't post. If you're not feeling it, don't post, because you gotta. The more you grow, the more cognizant or the more cautious you have to be of what you share.
Absolutely,
you can't share everything.
Absolutely,
like you might be like, man, I don't like people whose names start with Jeremy.
You be like, damn. Now Jeremy's gonna be like, what?
Yeah, but like I realize, like, when you have a voice, you gotta be very careful on what you say, how you say it, what you do, how you do it. Because I wrote something on my board the other day. I said, we're raising people who are successfully talented but emotionally unstable. And that's the reason why people are emotional tick bombs.
Yeah.
I see corporations do stuff about black restaurants that I want to say, but you'll never hear me say it.
Right.
We talk about that. I mean, it's certain things that you just you look, you're like, because now you know the moment you say something, no matter what they're doing, what you talking about is doing, they're gonna pinpoint you because they're gonna attack you. They ain't gonna attack the corporations and the big dogs.
And you know what, Sarah? So like, here's my thing, like this is what I tell people. Piece of advice. Everybody's different, but here's my piece of advice. If you feel something, you can't always share it. Because this is what you got to look at. You got to look at, okay, if I bash Jeremy Incorporated, what if you or 77 Incorporated see it and you be like, man, I wanted to sign him or her to a deal,
Right.
but they're emotionally just spewing out on this one company. They'll do it to me.
Yeah. Yep.
And that doesn't last well. You got to be able to be emotionally grounded. You need such a healthy outlet where I feel like you don't use social media as a way to emotionally outcry.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. Talk
You gotta be careful, man.
You got to have your guard up. You got to have your mind right. Really, what it is. You just got to be. You got to be in your right mind. Make these decisions because, like, your business. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, there's certain things that when we walk around wearing that 77 merch, you know what I mean? When we walk around wearing it, I know I can't react a certain way. We were in a restaurant at one point, and some didn't. I ain't like the way things happen. Sarah, no, I'm quick to just. I run my mouth.
Hey, you see what he said? I ain't like the way
No.
things happen. Sarah was like,
Yep.
I had it in me. I only thought I was like, I'm wearing all my merch, 70, even if they don't know who I am right now, they're gonna go back and that was that dude.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna react. So I'm cognizant of everything now, man, from what I wear to what I post to how I move. You know what I mean? I know you've been there, 5 years in the game, man.
Man, brother, let me tell you something. What we don't talk about is the let me think about how I want to say this. We don't talk about the dangers of the fame and what happened once you create something that's influential.
Mm-hmm.
People will see you, people will recognize you, and people will always expect you to be perfect.
Right.
Yep.
They don't care what type of day you have.
Yep.
They don't care what you got going on. All they care about is you're a person who helps them in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And when they see you, they expect you to be acting a certain way.
Yep.
Right.
And like days I have my days where I'm like, I'm just not feeling it. Those days I sit at home.
Yeah. Just take a day. Just take a day.
Because if I'm not feeling it, and then I go to this restaurant, and then somebody be like, hey, you the guy from Black People Eats, and then I ain't feeling it, and I be like, don't take no picture of me.
Yeah.
Or
and then it rub the wrong way.
All right, and then you be a jerk. Now people not rocking with you.
Right.
You have to make room to fail, to fall, but you have to do it in a private, healthy space.
Yeah.
So you don't do it in the public eye.
You gotta fall gracefully.
Yeah. I think when you fall publicly, that's when a lot of people mess up.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I mean, because like a negative is always going to spread faster than a positive. So
and people will remember that.
Yeah, they're going to remember that.
Far more than they will remember a positive.
Listen, that's facts. Bro.
Yeah. So, we can keep on going. This is a dope ass TED Talk.
For real.
This is one of the, let me give you another,
Oh, thank you, man.
So we're in Chatham.
Yeah.
But did you grew up near here? You live near here?
So, I can't tell my father the whole story. He ain't licensed me. So my father was in the streets. He was in a gang leader. After he left the gang, he went to prison. He came out of prison when we was born. They moved us to the suburbs to do better stuff.
Yep.
Always came because he didn't want us growing up how he grew up.
Yep.
And we always would come and we always would experience stuff. He would always bring us back. But his job was to break the generational cycle,
Right.
to make sure that we was not like him.
Mm-hmm.
So I got two brothers.
Yep.
I'm the second person to graduate from high school.
Yep.
I'm the first person to graduate from college.
Hey.
So that was like my parents,
Your
like
coins up.
I'm grateful for my father. So my father and my mother made sure that they want to raise us different.
Yeah.
They want to raise us with two parents in the house. They want to raise us like go to school and do good and restaurants. They always took us to different restaurants. They always showed us different stuff. So
a new life, a different life.
A new life. So I give most of my success to my parents. Like they sacrificed a lot for me and my brothers to do a lot. So I really
That's dope.
Yeah, shout out to Mom and Pops. You know what I'm saying? Like for paving the way.
I gotta get you some of her food.
Yeah. Hey, let's go.
She make everything from scratch.
Okay. Well, look, it's on tape now. So we we got you. We got you. We gonna send you this clip when we
She
hungry.
gonna send it to my mama. She'll be like, "Black people eat."
Mrs. Black People Eats.
We don't need this recipe. He said you handmade it. You know what I mean?
You got this.
No, we could keep on chopping it up with him, and we will. We will. This ain't the last time we gonna be hanging out and talking, but
nah.
You got some nuggets, man, and very similar story too. I don't want to get into it because it ain't about me, but when it comes to moving out of the city and going to the suburbs, very similar story. But we are in Chatham and inside Flaming, and we're gonna talk about the history. You down to talk about the history?
Let's go.
Let's get it. That's what we do. This is how we get ready, Jeremy. So let me
emotionally.
this is how we get ready.
This is so cool, y'all, seeing them do this. Like, I'm inspired.
Hey, that's what we're here for.
Real, I'm just so inspired.
Get inspired by this. This gets you more inspired.
Oh, y'all see this?
See, yeah, he ready. He ready now. He ready now.
Ready to learn.
This is amazing. And he got the big brown book.
Yeah, man. Hey, shout out to Sarah for getting this for me for Christmas. It's got my monogram on it too. So got my little logo on there, y'all. I don't know if y'all can see that, but
and it has the 77
got the 77 on the back, y'all. So
you definitely gonna agree that when a man found a wife.
Hey man, you found a good thing. You found a good thing. hey, hold on.
I guess I gotta give me one.
Man, you find one, you got a good one.
Hey, I don't got no book. I got a code. I don't got a book.
And this upgrade. This upgrade too. This upgrade. Y'all, we in Chatham, and we're gonna talk about it. This a lot of good stuff, man. This is the first time I have 4 pages of information to talk about. We're gonna move through. We're gonna move through it. But Chatham, community area number 44. The boundaries are to the north, 79th Street, where I also grew up on. Yeah. Right down that way. So to the south, 95th Street. To the east, we got the railroad tracks at Dauphin, and then to the west, railroad tracks at Burnside and Holland. So there you go. That's the map. So if y'all can visualize.
I'm thinking about what restaurant I've been to on 79th Street. That's what I was like, all right, okay, the Woodline's over there. I do know that.
Yeah. Pride Cleaners is on 79th. Hey. We got, if you go back towards the west, you got, that's where I lived, 79th and Paulina.
I'm gonna have to interview him.
Yeah.
His backstory.
Hey, I'm with it, bro. I love telling the story because it's very similar, man. So I'm telling you, I promise. So here's the history. Here's how Chatham came about. 1860s, the area began to be settled by farmers, and the land was more suitable for duck hunting. For duck hunting in this area.
I got a question. Do you like duck?
Duck? No, I can't.
You know why?
Because
someone one time lied to him and told him duck tastes like chicken, and he tried it and it did taste like chicken. So he's convinced that it's bad now.
Duck bacon tastes really good.
Brother, I can't do it. I tried it. I went to Duck Fat. It's somewhere up north. Yeah, Duck Fat, the restaurant. I can't do it.
Peaches on 47th had the duck bacon biscuit slider.
I'm believing. See,
with the
I'm believing. I do it.
Hey.
All right, I got you. We here.
Them and Afro Joe's. Afro Joe's sell a duck bacon.
I saw that
biscuit sandwich.
I ain't even try because I saw it. I was like, nope, not doing it. But they were known. It's known for duck hunting, and the area was known as Mud Lake by the hunters, and to the farmers, it was known as Hog Swamp.
Did you know that there's like 100 different kinds of ducks, and a mallard is a male duck? A mallard is a male duck.
You serious?
I'm dead ass.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Mallard's a male duck. The duck that we call a duck is usually female, and there's like hundreds different kinds of ducks.
Really?
Yeah. You know how I learned that? I listened to the Office podcast, and they were talking about
shocked.
Duck season, rabbit season, duck season.
Yeah. So ducks are female, mallards are male.
Had no clue.
Wait, hold up.
Mind blown.
Yo, I like to learn about stuff like this.
Isn't that crazy?
Wait, why do you think they don't teach that like that?
Because who cares about ducks? That's why.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care about ducks.
Yeah.
They didn't care.
So now I'm like, I ain't a duck, so I'm in this female duck and not a male duck. That's actually interesting.
Right?
He said, don't bring no regular duck. I want the mallard, okay?
The mallard. You got a mallard? What's a mallard? A duck. That's interesting.
I had no clue. Go ahead, let me give you a coin for that.
Oh, thank you so much.
Give you a coin for that.
I'll take my coin.
In 1876, industrial development began, and by the founder of Hyde Park, who is Paul Cornell, and he established the Cornell Watch Factory on 76th in Illinois Central Tracks.
Man, that'd be nice. But then he see the Apple Watch and be like, "Dang."
Little did he know.
How do you think life would be if they had the Apple Watch in the 70s?
Bro, we would have flying cars by now. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Like if they had the Apple Watch, you know what I mean, we would honestly be with a flying car. They lied to us.
I mean, Apple didn't exist in the 70s.
And look, what they could have. Yeah, they did. Wasn't he?
I thought the
Steve
first
Jobs?
MacBook was in the
like 3
80s.
years.
Yeah, it was the 80s. I think so. Yeah. Fun fact about Windows, Apple. Did you know Windows Office, I believe, first debuted on Mac before it did Windows. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm learning.
Yeah.
I learned. I like this. I'm gonna go back.
Fun fact. Yeah, they didn't.
Inspiring me.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, that's a beautiful thing about this. Here's some other cool things. Do you know? Let's talk about how Chatham got its name. So Chatham was actually subdivided into 3 areas. The first area was where the Italian stonemasons lived in the eastern part, which is now known as Avalon Park, which is community area number 45. So that used to be part of Chatham.
So Chatham was just really, really one big originally.
But it gets even better. So 1889, Chatham was annexed to the city as part of the Hyde Park Township. Wow. So Chatham was a part of Hyde Park.
But Hyde Park
Township,
was like the entire south
the
side.
entire south side, yeah. Hyde Park was once the whole literally the entire south side. And inside of Hyde Park was Chatham. And inside of Chatham was Avalon Park. Crazy. And
this is interesting.
Ain't it crazy?
Yeah, because I'm just really learning how Chicago is really just built on family. Like
settlers and tradition, really.
Which makes sense why a lot of minorities don't really own nothing now.
Right.
So it's funny that you say that. Let me give him a coin.
He didn't even know he was dropping knowledge.
Yeah. That just to kind of clarify that last point, Hungarians and Irish settled in Dolphin Park, which is still currently here in Chatham. But you talking about blacks not owning a lot of land? That's because the last one in 1914, Chatham. The central part was known as Chatham Fields, and when they redid the zoning, they just said let's call it all Chatham. So all those the different subdivisions just became Chatham. But to your point, the population. So a lot of Jewish folks, they moved in because the industry was there, and it was a population boom, right?
Right.
And a lot of Jewish folks came over, and they start bringing a lot of business.
It's in Hyde Park, right?
Yes. No, in Chatham. Yeah, they brought a lot of business to the area here. In the 1920s, population went from 9,800 to 36,000 people.
9,800?
9,800 people to 36,000 people.
And think about this, they bring in money, and that dollar is circulating. Where are we at this time?
1920s. We're in the 20s.
So, like, where are African Americans?
So they are not here in this area. So at the
like Bronzeville?
No, not yet. Well, yes, because the Great Migration is happening at this very time that I'm talking about. If we are staying concurrent right now, 1920s, that's when the Great Migration happened, which is another good point because I got some fun facts about that too.
So we come, but they already moving.
Yeah.
So they already established.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like all 3 of us win a race, and you like almost at the finish line, and I ain't even started yet.
Oh, my house is built and I'm sitting in it.
So
you know
at
what
the
I mean?
finish line.
Yeah.
What's your trophy?
Yeah.
And I'm getting ready to run.
Yep.
Right. And then once black people arrived into these areas is where you see that white flight happen. So
tell the people what white flight is.
I mean,
we've told them.
We've talked about
They
it.
know.
They know.
Hey,
If this is your first time listening,
Yeah.
white flight happened when black families and black people would move into certain neighborhoods. The people responsible for real estate really would threaten drop in property value, and so white people would literally lock their doors, leave everything inside most of the time, and just leave. Like they would leave their houses and everything, and they would move. And so these houses would just sit there and depreciate in value. No one's living in them. No one is upkeeping them. So they are kind of
dormant,
right? And they look bad in the community areas and the neighborhoods. And so once that happens over and over and over again, because they were the majority of the people that are living in these areas, that neighborhood looks really bad because all these buildings are kind of like falling apart, not being taken care of. And so actually the property value then starts to drop. And that happened over and over and over for like decades.
And then they sell it for a higher price.
Yep.
Now, and so the very interesting story with Chatham here. Very interesting story. Population continued to boom towards the end of the Great Depression and housing development in Chatham Park really took its course right around 1941 with the Chatham Park housing complex. Bungalows, all kind of apartments. You know, Chicago we love our bungalows here. So that blew up and that helped more business come to the area. And of course, with business comes money spending. You know what I mean? So shopping centers. This was known as middle class area for a lot of white folks. Affluent, but middle class back in the early 20s, early 20th century, is different than middle class now. You know what I mean? Like, way different.
Middle class back then is like the breadwinner of the family worked one job and then bought a house, raised 3 kids. The wife was staying at home.
Everybody was good. Look at
Now middle class is you work 3 jobs.
In today's society.
Not even close.
Unless you come to somebody and be like, hey, you work, I stay at home. They gonna be, what?
You be like, tell me more about this.
Over with.
Right?
That traditional.
You playing.
It's over.
So y'all kind of alluded to it, the racial transition. So in the 1950s, blacks made up less than 1% of Chatham. Less than 1%. A decade later, in 1960, blacks made up 63.7% of Chatham's population. Here's a different story that we kind of heard. So we talked about Washington Heights a few episodes ago, okay? And Washington Heights, and just like Beverly, community area, blacks thrived, okay? Blacks thrived, but they were, white flight was attempted in those areas because it was, whites thrived, you know what I mean? Right. And so when blacks started coming to the area with the Great Migration, there was tactics by real estate agents to get white folks to move out of there and just leave black people to be and like let them suffer.
Jeremy's shocked.
Yeah. You said this is out of control, ain't it?
No, like it's just so sad just to see like this is the reason why so many of us like
we don't get it.
Yep.
We don't own nothing.
Yeah.
We don't own nothing.
Well, here's the good story. There's a good outcome to this. Okay, so it was an uncontested racial transition, and what I mean by uncontested was those tactics didn't work in the area. Black folks came in, property didn't depreciate.
You talking about Washington Heights?
No, I'm talking about Chatham. Talking about Chatham. It's a very similar story.
It's still black.
It's even more black. It's 99% black as of 1990. But the West Chatham Improvement Association tried to keep the area white. Okay, they tried to keep the area white, but community leaders in the area said, nope, we're not going through that because the Greater Grand Crossing to the north went through a lot of violent times. You know, if you remember, Martin Luther King came to the area and was like, yo, this is the worst racism that we've seen. So. That he's seen. So they didn't want to have that kind of tension in Chatham. So community leaders, black and white primarily, said, hey, we want to invite black folks into our churches, into the organizations. And
set up.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, they still left, so I don't know.
But so that's the other part about it. So that happened.
Look, I love business, but hey, best believe I can't be goofy. He said, you want to come in here and you want to invite? Nah, I'm straight, bro. See y'all at the crossroads. I'm straight.
But you're right. I mean, and white folks still left, so they still left. But the area kind of did a dip like every neighborhood does. But this is one that's very similar to Washington Heights and Beverly, where black folks still are a good, strong middle class, and it's evident. Right now, they're setting up for a baby shower right now. So, like right here, and this whole strip of 75th is just thriving. You know what I'm saying? Like it's actually. We'll get to it in the food part, but this is probably one of the best strips for food in the entire city. But we'll talk about that in a few minutes.
Man, I love Flaming Man.
Yeah.
They be so nice.
I got some fun facts for you that y'all gonna like.
Yes, sir.
So let's talk about black business since we were kind of on there. Black business in Chatham.
Let's go.
Did you know Johnson Products Company was started right here in Chatham? And for those unfamiliar with what that is the ultra sheen products that we use, that black folks use in the hair to get the waves and stuff like that. And I know everybody done had that blue bottle that lasts forever. I still got one
You
right
still
now.
have one, yeah.
Still got one right now. What you thinking?
Is it the light blue one?
It is. Yeah.
What
The triangle looking one.
Y'all see that? How I know what the bottle look like.
He's-
I didn't use it, but I know what the bottle look like. I think I used it like twice. I remember I was growing up and I used it. My mom was like, "Why you putting that stuff in your hair? You don't need that stuff." And man, I put it in there. Man, my hair was white. Man, my hair looked like a cow licked it.
Yeah,
It was so shiny.
You had to rub it in. You had to rub it in.
It was so shiny. I was like, I got the cow lick. I call it the cow,
Cow
lick.
lick, yeah.
I was like, it's so dark. I said, never again.
This man is a fool. I love it. I love it.
Hey, this is what keeps me sane.
Yep, man, you're talking about the outlet.
When I ain't working, I'm turning on something that's gonna make me laugh.
Goof around,
I
laugh.
want something that does not require thought.
Come to a comedy show. We'll talk about that later.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I ain't don't give me the mic. I don't know. I ain't that good. I'm funny with people. I ain't funny with a mass.
A mass.
Mass group of people. That's a lot.
I can teach you. Don't worry. George Johnson, in 1957, was a door-to-door salesman, and he started the company in 1954. The first product the Ultra Stream was 1957. He started in 1954. The first product that they made was the hair straightener called the Ultra Wave. I know my mama and somebody's grandmama used. Yeah, Yeah, we use that. We use that.
Like looking like Idlewild.
Yeah. Stop it. Dude, I'm about to have a picture up there for those that's watching.
Hey, a kid probably like, what's Idlewild? You ain't know Andre 3 Stacks.
Man,
hey,
one of the greatest rappers of all time.
Andre 3 Stacks and Big Boy had Idlewild.
Yeah. That was such a good.
That was a black version of that.
Yes.
We got Grease.
Yes. Yeah.
That was a black version.
It was. And it was smacking. Let me tell you.
That movie was Sunshine Ace.
Yeah.
I ain't seen a movie in years. I seen Sunshine Ace. And it's crazy. I remember that. I think I might have to go watch that. It's been a long time since I seen that.
Idlewild was lit. They created in 1960. They created Afro Sheen. 2000. They actually became part of the L'Oreal brand.
Oh, really?
Yes. So if you still want
L'Oreal, but okay.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Is just
dope.
Like
yeah.
Right.
Dope.
We don't get our credit.
No. Well, I'm gonna keep giving us credit because another black business here in Chicago, the Independence Bank of Chicago, in 1995. Up until 1995, that was one of the nation's largest black-owned banks.
Wow. Nation.
Yes, the nation, whole United States, one of the largest black-owned banks up until 1995, until they were bought out.
Oh, to be like JP Morgan.
Yeah, no, it was. I looked, but it was kind of the details were muddied. Of course, black-owned. It was, it's hard.
I got a question.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Should we build black businesses to sell?
No, hell no.
Well, I mean, here's my. I don't know. I mean, people make businesses and sell them to make a lot of money all the time.
Jay-Z is the king of it.
Yeah.
So why do we call people sellouts? Why do we call black people sellouts when they build something and sell it to somebody who's not black?
Right. Yeah. See that's not right. You know what I mean? Like if it's
I think it's if it like no longer serves the population that it was made for once it's sold. Is there like, let's say for example,
you make the Afro Sheen. You know what I mean?
Right. And I sell it for $5 a bottle, right? And then I sell it to a white producer that's going to mass produce it, and they start selling it for $15. So now my target market cannot afford it anymore.
And we only got a 4-foot section in Target.
I would yeah, low-key.
I'm sorry. I had to say
yeah, no, you're right.
I had to say it. You know what I mean? That's where you go.
I feel like that would be that would kind of like okay, then you all along your purpose wasn't to create a product for
just to make
your
money.
Target. It was just to make money, which is fine if you say that's why you made it.
That's interesting.
I think that's my opinion.
I believe people create businesses because they're not down for the culture. I think they're down for themselves, and they use the culture to push business to make money.
Sometimes,
yeah,
I agree. I agree, but also I think people, if your business makes money, you should let your business make money.
That's right.
You want people to make money because we live in a capitalist society.
Some good points, boy. Take us to church, both of y'all.
Look, I guess we never know until the end, and we be like, "Was you a sellout or not?"
Right.
Right. Was you a sellout? Yeah. You know, I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, because like that's a good ass question though.
Because like, are you using the culture to push the product just as a marketing scheme?
Yeah.
Or are you actually?
And you're not even down with the culture.
Or are you actually down?
Yeah.
Y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Y'all hear that? Y'all listening? No, because I was like, I be thinking about stuff like that, like. Did you create this because if a black person
it's trendy to do that, or
man, it's trendy,
it's hot, it's hot.
Like every major company in the world that is now all about Black Lives Matter. Okay, but has Black Lives mattered all the time for you, or is this just now? Because
when did they start mattering?
Yeah, when did that start? When did that start?
George Floyd made it happen.
Yeah.
That's what I love. Why do it need to be black people eats? What would you do if it was white people eats? I'm like.
Everything else is white people eat.
I'll be like, well, it's white people eat. It just don't say it. It says stuff like, we're no longer working with any influencers. Yes, y'all did.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah. He said it's look at sip your tea. I got one that's not a black-owned business, but it is a Chicago staple. 1949, a little popcorn shop by the name of Garrett Popcorn was started. And so they started with 9 locations. Also, to fact, the recipe for Garrett Popcorn was started by a woman. Started
and it's Women's Month, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. By the time they hear that ain't Women's Month no more. So.
I guess we just have to.
Shit, it's Women's Month every month.
Yeah. Hey, talk about it. Go ahead.
It's Women's Day every day.
Women's Hour every hour.
I learn early.
Don't argue.
Women's Day every day. Yep. Whatever she say,
that's
her
queen.
day.
That's queen.
Not yours, hers. Not your food, her food.
Hour.
Yeah.
You know what he did to me the other day? We went to a place
I knew she was gonna say this.
And he ordered a burger and I ordered a steak salad. It was really good. It was a salad, on top of it was a steak. And when he ordered it, I was like, just so you know, I'm telling you in advance, I'm gonna take a bite of your burger.
I was hungry.
And he goes, no, you're not. And I was like, yes, I am. And he goes, I'm just gonna call the server over and have her get you a bite of a burger. Order you a bite of
Bro, I was hungry.
How petty is that?
I was hungry.
You still gave me the bite, but why do you have to give me shit until I get the bite?
I was hungry.
Okay, here's my thing. Don't ask me for my food.
Wow.
I will give you.
Damn, Jeremy.
I will buy you a burger.
Thank you.
Why you want mine?
Thank you.
Like you didn't.
Because I don't want a whole burger. I just want a bite of a burger.
Better yet, here's the thing. Why don't you tell me that before I order
You
this?
know what I'm saying?
So I can mentally prepare. Don't prepare me when the food come out and you be like.
Because I prepared for a whole burger.
I want a bite of this. I'm like.
I prepared for a whole burger. Why am I?
I will tell them. No.
I don't want 93% of the burger.
I'll be out with my friends. I'll be like, you're not getting a piece of that. I'm going to buy one, but you're not getting that.
Yeah. This ain't you. This ain't you.
All right, well, this backfired to me. Yeah.
So why do women do that?
Because I don't want the whole thing. I just want a bite of it.
So order a bite.
You can't order a bite.
Yes, you can order a burger. Say, I don't want 2 patties. I want 1. And can you cut it in 4s?
Jeremy, get out of here. All right, move on to the next fact.
They got a knife in the back. If they can cut it in half, they can cut it in 4s.
Get out of here.
You see?
Tomfoolery.
You know what? Hey, do you know how we get messed up? Because if we don't give them a piece, we bogus. Can you believe?
He gave me a bite.
He said, cut it in 4.
Look at him. He's good, survived, everything.
He really ain't had no choice.
You know what I'm saying?
Whatever.
He probably gave it that bite out of. I gotta give her a bite of this burger, man.
Literally.
She know I'm hungry. She know I'm hungry. She know that. She know I ain't ate nothing all day. She probably had something before we got here, and she still gonna ask me. Matter of fact, look at that salad. She didn't offer me none of that salad with the steak. She could say, "Hey, I give you the meat that's out of your burger. I replace it with the steak in my salad."
Deals. That's what we talk about.
All right, whatever.
That's how I know I ain't ready for marriage. Man, my wife asked, "Oh, I ain't ready." That's
Yeah,
how I
they
know I
have
ain't
it.
ready. I'll be like, "Yo, you ain't getting this. I don't care. I'll buy you one. Hey, waiter, can I have another burger, please?
We need another order.
Here. What you doing with that? That's yours. I'm gonna wait on mine. That's yours.
That's disrespect.
Hey, look, I like the way he thinks.
Little facts.
So that one of the 9 were actually here in Chatham, 87th and South Cottage Grove. Did you know, fun fact about Garrett Popcorn, in 2017, people probably know this, they bought another Chicago favorite, Frango Mints, from Marshall Fields.
Oh.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
Marshall, you know.
I know I'm young, but Is that the silver wrapper?
It's
the green wrapper.
Yeah.
Yeah. They silver during Christmas time.
They still sell
you
them,
know.
I think.
I remember those.
Macy's.
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah, they sell them at Gary Popcorn.
Right.
Yeah, you get them at Gary Popcorn.
I ain't had one of them in years.
Hey, boy, Franco, see, I'm not a big mint
I haven't
person.
been to a store in like forever.
Yeah, I'm not a big mint person.
Yo, I just had the mint chocolate chance, the chance to wrap ice cream.
I saw the post.
Yeah.
I saw the post.
Yo, that ice cream.
You know
was
what you should
smacking,
if
and
you
it was mint.
if you like mint chocolate,
I do.
After 8 is my favorite mint chocolate. It's called After, and they come
Where's
in like really thin, like
I'm gonna have you send
squares.
me. I'm gonna have you send me.
Yeah, they're fire.
I love chocolate.
I can't get into. I love chocolate. I mint.
Chocolate.
I don't not like
Caramel.
It's
mint.
so good.
Mint. I don't
Love
know.
it.
I can't do mint. I
All right,
can't
well,
do
this baby about to be born before we finish the episode. So let's go.
mint. Anyway. They
Their
over
baby,
here.
not my baby.
Oh, I
Oh,
was say,
no.
oh my god,
That'd have been a surprise to me. Shit, I'd have been like,
Hey, I would be like,
Oh no.
I was like, oh wow, that's a nice reveal on the show.
No.
I would have been surprised. I'm like, wait, what?
The baby shower. This means
The baby's already doing it. The baby.
What? Some notable
I
people.
like y'all. Y'all are so funny. Are y'all just funny off camera at home?
Yeah, we just talk all the time. We talk all the time
Oh,
like this, man.
man.
This is a vibe. So notable people. Mahalia Jackson. She's not from here. She moved up here, and you jumped ahead and kind of said the Great Migration is when she came up here. Her house is over there on 83rd. 83rd. So 8358 South Indiana.
Wow.
You can go over there and still check it out. But for those of you that don't know who Mahalia Jackson is, she is the queen of gospel.
Hey.
Queen of gospel.
And y'all, me and Sarah know how to play the piano. You know, I think she better than me because she's classically trained.
But you sound like you actually are like talented with music in general. I am classically trained, but that doesn't mean I'm better.
Yeah, she classically trained. I play by ear. Boom.
Hey, that's a
but
talent.
playing by ear is
It's a
not
talent.
something you can.
No, I
learn.
ain't lying. That's hard. I ain't lying.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah.
Because you got to hear, you got to play her.
Yep.
Mahalia Jackson, she was a civil rights. She's part of the civil rights movement. That was part of her life too. I think that doesn't get talked about enough, but she was. She sang at Greater Salem Baptist Church here in Chicago.
That's a big church.
Yeah. In 1960,
staple.
in 1963, Martin Luther King personally asked her to sing at the March on Washington.
Oh, wow.
Another fun fact. Also, JFK asked her to perform at his inauguration too. So, so Mahalia Jackson.
Can you imagine like when y'all get so big, like, hey honey, who do you want for us to sing?
Yeah. Hey, talk. I love envision that. I just want to sit at the table with Denzel Washington one day. That's all.
Okay. Who would you want to sing for something special for you? When y'all make it? Who would you pick? I'm just curious.
I don't know if I'm like a huge fan of anyone, but I would like faint if I saw Beyonce in front of me.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. Beyonce, Jay-Z, I would pass out.
Yeah, Jay.
Don't pass out.
I'm not passing out, but Jay-Z, I'd be
Nope.
like, dang, bro.
I'd be like, hey, you got 5 minutes, bro?
Yeah.
Right.
I ask him something.
Right.
Man,
Yeah.
I ask him one question and just listen.
What would you ask?
That's a good one.
If Jay-Z was in front of me, what would I ask him?
Mm-hmm.
I would ask him, what did you have to sacrifice and how much discipline did you need to get to where you are?
That's a good question.
Come on.
That's a good
And I
question.
will write it down and I would mimic what he said.
So put your recorder on. Just let him talk. Just
Yeah.
put the recorder, sit
Like,
right down, let him
That's
listen.
exactly what I do.
Have you have you seen his I think it's season 4 of The Shop Interrupted? LeBron James.
Nope.
He was on the first episode of season 4.
It was busting.
You,
I need to watch it.
Yeah,
Man.
he like will binge them. Like,
Hey, can you send it to me?
yeah.
yeah.
Once you send it to me, then I know like I'm good. I got it.
Yeah, that's how I leave it at that.
He said,
It's-
all right,
yeah,
all
Jay-Z is my guy, but like that Nuggets, brother Nuggets. Nathaniel Adams Cole. For those of you who don't know who that is, Nat King Cole. He lived here and was resident in 1921, and
Southside, wasn't it?
yeah, he did.
See?
He attended DuSable High School. Did you know that he was a dropout?
Oh.
He's a dropout, and he pursued music and singing.
Look at that.
There's something special about
Yeah,
us
yeah,
musicians.
Ernie Banks, Mr. Cub. He was a volunteer over at the Chatham YMCA. Chance the Rapper.
Yeah.
We know about Chance the Rapper.
Ha!
Yeah.
Hey man, yeah.
And then Simeon High School. So this we talked
My
about.
mom went to Simeon.
So I mean,
She
add
was
her
a
to the
pom-pom girl.
Was she?
When Benji Wilson was playing.
So let me get to it. Derrick Rose, Jabari Parker, and Ben Wilson. Remember I was telling you about the number 25?
Yeah, so my mom was actually going to school when he was there.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Legendary basketball player that never made it out. Obviously he was gunned down, but gang violence. The day after he was assassinated, yeah, basically what it was. He's murdered. Harold Washington was the mayor at the time, and he designated the gymnasium in his name.
Wow.
And the crazy thing about that is they used to wear, all the best players after that wore number 25 to signify they were the best player on the team. The last player to wear number 25 before they retired that number, Derrick Rose.
Oh.
Y'all gotta make me a promise. I gotta come back.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Let's go.
I love this.
Yeah. Knowledge, right?
I love this.
Knowledge. That's all I got. Y'all can watch that documentary of Benji, Ben Wilson.
Oh, that documentary was fire.
Literally, the ESPN has never done, so it's ESPN 30 for 30, Ben Wilson story. There's never been another documentary that good. Maybe I'm biased, because of Chicago, but that was a damn good one. That was a damn good one.
I saw it. I remember. I think my mom watched it with my mother. That was a good show.
That was a damn good episode. That's the only one of the only ones I saved. Also, No Moss. No Moss was a good documentary. Y'all gotta.
I'm starting to get into documentaries, like seeing how people like the stories. There's an art behind storytelling.
Yeah,
it really is.
People be thinking, "Oh, they're just doing a podcast." Nah. There is
a build to it.
Art.
Yeah. Actually, one of my favorite ones that we watched recently was the Garfield Park one.
Oh yeah, that was WTTW.
We have to send you that one. It's in the link in our Instagram bio too.
The West Garfield Park. You got to watch that one.
Wow.
It's really, really good.
I do believe if more kids understand the history of Chicago, I think we appreciate it. I said something the other day. I said Atlanta, from a black perspective, Atlanta is doing what Chicago could be doing, but a lot of our culture don't know really the history.
Yeah, we have a very complex history. You know what I mean? Because we are in the middle, literally in the middle of the country, and in a lot of ways the gateway of the country. So a lot of things literally have to pass through here. So whether it be culture, whether it be actually infrastructure, whether it be whatever, a lot of things come through Chicago, and we kind of in that position where we don't know how to move because it's brand new to us, and we have to adapt a lot of times.
Think about this:
Hollywood.
Jordan,
yeah,
Michael Jordan, Chicago Bulls, Bears, you know what I'm saying, Cubs, White Sox, then Blackhawks, Then think about this: Off-White, Virgil,
right.
Don C,
Mahalia Jackson,
Kanye, Mahalia Jackson, and we ain't even talking about everybody. I think once this new generation can really understand what we come from
and why we have
it. I think Chicago will really be on a map, especially as far as our history. Because I think when they think of our history, we only think of Atlanta.
You're right. And I think what's from the outside looking in, I think what's really important is people need to stop thinking that you need to leave the city to become successful.
Yeah.
Like someone like Kanye never needed to leave Chicago to become Kanye. You know what I mean? He could have Common never needed to leave. You
still be here and can make something out of it.
Still make something.
Look
You
at
don't
Center
need
Space.
to go to LA. You don't need to go to New York.
Because
they come here.
Yeah, right.
To get inspired,
right? And then you go somewhere else.
I was debating somebody. I was like, the best fashion come from Chicago, and they tried to argue me that it came from LA, and I was like,
no, you got it. They got it from us.
No one is from LA that's done anything. You know what I mean?
I don't think nobody dressed. I said, whatever. But I was like, okay, But you're right. We do got to get to the point where when you're for the people and I think when you're arrogant and you're selfish and you're doing things on your own and you don't care about nobody, all you care about yourself, you probably should leave.
Yeah.
But if you're really for the people, for the culture,
built here.
Yeah.
It's a different.
Yeah.
It's a difference when you. But here's another thing though. Most people don't be from here either.
Right.
They come here and they blow up and then they leave.
Yeah, right. Look at SNL. Look at SNL. You know what I mean? The whole cast. I mean, that whole basis is on Sex City.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
literally,
you know,
it's all Second City.
so yeah. I mean, we could talk about this.
Lupe's still here.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's doing great things.
I can't remember who also was talking about this. The idea of she's a business owner in Hyde Park. I remember watching something about her like maybe like 5-6 years ago, and she says that we really need to eliminate the idea of like getting out the hood. Like, you don't need to leave your community to become better.
We saw that on WTTW.
Was it
that was WTTW? One of the, I think it was the South Side. I think it was called the South Side.
Yeah.
Dope documentary on WTTW.
Let me tell you a story before we go. It's gonna be real quick. I was leaving a restaurant.
We got another. We got to talk about food after this. So.
I was leaving a restaurant, and I remember that I saw a crack addict, like a dude just strung out, and he passed out.
Yeah.
While I was leaving the restaurant.
Yeah.
And I stood in the middle of the street and I felt like the pain come upon me. And I just feel it. And I was like, I'm going to build wealth to change all this. Mm-hmm. Not I'm going to build wealth to leave.
Right.
I said, I'm going to build wealth to change this. Mm-hmm. You got to get so disgusted with the negativity in your environment that you want to change it.
You want to change it.
Like, if you want to remove anger, you want to remove, like, negativity, you got to change the foundation and establish a new foundation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to, and it's got to be so different, you know what I mean? So that you don't have a way of thinking. You don't know. You know what I mean? Like, you got to do something that ain't been done, you know, in an area where you didn't think it could be done. You know what I mean?
Right.
That way, psychologically, people going to be like, well, what is this? You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh, this is what this is. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Right. You're going to at least give it a try. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't hurting you, you know, you're going to give it a try.
And that's what my goal is, man. I was like, I don't want to build wealth for me. I want to build wealth to change the city.
Right.
This man.
I don't need to be seen. I don't need to be heard.
Right.
You know what's funny? I prayed a prayer. I was like, God, I don't need to be seen. Let me train those who will be. I don't care if I get recognized. Because if you really want to create change, it ain't about you. It's about others.
It's about others.
That's very true.
And on that note, we're going to talk about the food because this is, bro, your TED Talks are lit, man.
Man, you know what's funny? Everybody be like, you need to do a talk. I'll be like, man.
Just listen to this podcast over and over.
And over. Like, it's coming in due time.
Yeah, man. Look, we here for it. But let's stay tuned. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about some food that we had at Flamin'. And we got a lot to talk about with the food, man, because this shit was smacking. So we'll be right back, y'all. This episode is brought to you in partnership with Choose Chicago. Capture the excitement.
All right, we are back with the food segment portion of the episode.
Yes, sir.
We are at Flamin' in Chatham on 75th. I picked the place, but you, Jeremy, turned out to know the owners of the place, which was a nice. I was like, oh, here's where we're going, and I sent him the Google, and he was like, I know these people. I was like, okay,
yeah.
I know them. I called
crazy.
Dr. T. Yo, listen, food is bigger than food. If you are an influencer or you're a creator out there, you got to realize that it's not just about posting to make your page look good. It's about relationship building.
Right.
People don't really care about relationships anymore. I care about relationships. This is bigger than food. You know what I'm saying?
You can tell.
Sure.
You can tell it's bigger than food with you here. Y'all. I mean, it's a different vibe. You can just tell when people vibe with each other. And y'all, you and June, boy, y'all.
Oh yeah, man. June the homie.
Yeah.
But you know, like the thing is, like people don't understand. Like my business blew up because I care about people.
Right.
Yeah.
Like people only care about blowing up. They care about themselves.
Right.
Yeah. I genuinely care when I say, hey man, when you and your wife went on vacation, how was it?
Yeah, right.
Hey, I know, y'all love, she loved burgers. Did you take her to the new burger spot? I care. Yeah. I'm not saying it to be manipulative.
It's not transactional.
Right.
No. It's people are not transactions.
Right.
People have hearts.
Right.
And hearts needs love. They don't need transactions.
This man, hold on, let me. This ain't 77 flavors. This is the TED Talk of Jeremy. We just spent this time. That's all. This is a facade right now. So
stop it. But yeah, we have flaming.
And
how you liking that fried salmon? Ooh, you see how just fresh out the grease coming out when you open it up. It's just fresh smoke, and you take the lemon drill and you spill it. Hey, that's literally how I be coming up with stuff. I literally just say whatever comes to my head.
Yeah, but that's freestyling.
That's why it's dope.
That's why we love it.
So here's what we had. We had the salmon croquettes.
Good.
Which were so good. Also, first of all, everything here is made to order.
That's my first time trying salmon croquettes when I came.
Is it really?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't like salmon croquettes when I was a kid.
Really?
Nope.
Funny thing is, I didn't either until my grandma, she started making them and was like, just try it. Ever since then, I've been on salmon croquettes.
I was like you. I was a picky. I mean, I'm not saying like you, but I was a picky person.
Oh, no, he is a picky.
I knew the floodgates was going to
Brother, my food couldn't touch.
Oh, I ain't that picky.
If my food touched, I would not eat.
Really?
I was that picky.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow.
I didn't have ketchup on a burger until I was like 20.
Oh, come on. What?
No, I was picky.
That's crazy.
My little brother, on the other hand, he was eating all that type of stuff. I was picky, yo.
Yeah, damn. Yeah, that's picky. What? Okay. I mean, you just didn't. Because I know a lot of people like that don't want the food to touch. What is that?
It's weird because when you eat it, it goes touch anyway. But I don't. It's a physical thing. Like if something doesn't look right, like I don't like mayonnaise.
See, I can't. She love mayonnaise. I'm kind of on the fence with mayonnaise too. Yeah,
because I don't like the way it looks.
Yeah. See, I'm like that
That's
with green
fair.
food. I'm like that with a lot of food too.
But if you try like an aioli, which is slightly
aioli.
Okay, well that's mayonnaise.
But I can't just eat regular.
It can't look like that. Yeah.
It's just a little
mayonnaise and mustard.
runnier.
I can't do it.
What?
And mustard?
I don't like mustard.
Oh.
But no, it's funny. I can eat honey mustard on chicken tenders.
Wow.
Yeah,
or chicken.
It must be a texture thing for you then.
Gotta be.
It's like it's a visual.
You said looking, yeah.
Like no. I'm serious.
That's crazy.
It's certain things like I'm like I can't eat that.
That's fair. I mean, I'm the same way.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I'm the same
I
way.
just tried hummus for the first time like a few weeks ago.
So it was about a year ago for us. It's about a year ago. It's funny because hummus about a year ago. I try her.
I make hummus all the time. It's like the food of my. Well,
Different,
you probably had white people hummus.
No, I didn't like the texture.
Again, it's probably not.
Like
the
I was
right
like.
texture.
The texture probably still.
I did a
get
video.
You
I thought about posting it. Like
really.
Where'd you get it?
I ain't gonna say where I got it. But just
Black people easy like, nope, not on me. We talked about this at the beginning.
Hey. Oh, it was nasty.
Damn.
So I felt the same way, but when you get, she changed my whole opinion. It's flavorful, but the texture probably still get him though. If it's a texture thing,
I might get canceled for this. I don't like guacamole.
Oh, I don't like it either.
All right. Well, let's move on because this is getting extremely problematic.
I don't like it either, bro. Hey, I don't mess with it either, bro.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right, extremely problematic.
I can't get with it,
you.
yo. I can't get with avocados, man.
What's the point of them?
I don't.
Wow. What's the point of? All right. I'm shutting
it.
this down for your benefit, both of you. Okay.
Hey, let's change topics. You got to get in the car with her, not me. I want you to live so you can live to fight another day. With no avocados in here.
We also had the shrimp and grits,
Fire.
which were amazing.
The shrimp had a very
It's called flaming shrimp sauce.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but it's fire.
Okay, there it is. I was just about to say, had a flavor to it.
Yeah. And you had the patty melt.
The patty melt was fire.
Which is like a burger, but not in a bun. It's on toasted bread.
Yes.
Yeah.
The bread really was the difference maker.
And all I had was French toast.
Man.
But you had some fire as French toast. So you had like
A
strawberry.
Well, all I had was French toast, y'all, because I came from a restaurant, so I couldn't eat what I wanted to eat. But I had came.
Black people eating. You know?
Yeah, I was like, hey, I gotta eat, but I'm coming to you to try another restaurant. So I had some strawberry French toast with the strawberry syrup.
Yeah, yeah. That look. Yeah, I know y'all see the picture. Yeah. That looked fire. I ain't had none, but it looked fire.
I think one of the like standout things is the catfish.
Okay, so let's talk about the catfish.
The mustard.
Yes, sir.
Catfish.
Yes, sir.
Grandma's catfish.
Bruh.
Sunday after church catfish.
Bruh.
Put it in the black skillet catfish. Fresh out the grease catfish. Fresh out the grease and put it on the napkin catfish.
Come on.
You know,
Talk
the
about
one
it.
you get on that plate, and when you bite it, you be like, catfish.
Let me tell you, y'all, this was some of the best catfish I have ever had. I mean, like, I've been into it and I was like,
It was
wait.
so good. It's so crispy on the outside, but so
Fluffy.
like fluffy on the inside.
Man,
Maybe fluffy is not the right
and that's
word.
how I know
but,
it's good. Because your wife, she normally say fire. She didn't just say fire. She going into detail of the fire.
Yeah.
She went into detail
really
of the fire.
good.
The fire.
I mean, honestly, not a single thing was bad. I also had the shrimp and chicken Alfredo, which
I saw it, but I didn't even
so
have it. It looked
good.
good. Look fire.
Everything
You see
was
that
really
right?
good.
Yeah.
You ain't have it. If you would order
If I
it,
don't
Wow.
get a bite,
Jeremy?
I get
you
it.
see that?
Instigate. I love it.
You see that?
Okay.
Kanye. She ordered the Alfredo and then give you Shannon, huh?
Shout out to the man Bernie,
Yo,
B Mac,
man.
the Mac man.
See, this how I stay balanced, man. This really what I do in my food videos. Like, this ain't no show. This for real. I really like that.
Yeah, we love it. We love it.
It was so good.
Yeah, this was
What
fire.
was your favorite?
The catfish by far. I mean, the same.
catfish
So
My favorite, which y'all didn't have,
what?
catfish and grits.
Ooh.
So Dr. T smiling because she know. So the catfish and grits is that same catfish with the grits, with the cheese, with the bacon bits.
Slow down.
Next time.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be next time.
Next time. Y'all ain't.
Yeah.
We're
we coming back, bro. We coming back.
This was like exceptional.
This whole strip down here.
Mustard catfish, brother.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
And
the catfish
well-
was already fire.
What's the
And
best?
don't forget our Kool-Aid drinks.
Oh,
The
that was-
original
yeah.
Kool-Aid.
We had Kool-Aid.
The perfect balance between sugar and water.
I mean, this has been
Yeah.
the best. So they got purple, they got blue, and they got pink lemonade.
And I got the
you
suicide.
got the suicide, which is
Everything.
all of them mixed together. And you can,
Yeah.
and you know this is fire. It mixed well with precision because it ain't brown. when you,
Now, I'm not condoning people to drink, but if you do drink, I've heard. it's
Oh,
pretty
you've
good.
heard.
I've heard it's pretty good.
with some liquor in it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try. He got some Casamigos back there. He said you want to do it. You want to go crazy. You go crazy.
You know what the best thing about the menu is that it's very customizable. So like everything is listed out as an order, but it's also listed as a side. So like if you just want the salmon croquettes or if you just want mac and cheese, you could get that as well as like ordering the whole. I don't know. The whole vibe of the place is dope.
Just dope.
Customer service.
The decoration's great. The owners are amazing.
Yeah, they made the. So you said it. They make the vibe. A good owner, host. They make the entire experience.
Right.
You know what I mean? They could change the entire experience.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And it's always nice when a restaurant's food is good, but it's even better when the owners are great.
Yeah.
It
And
like elevates.
funny.
The
He funny. You know, like
Oh, I love June.
Yeah.
June, man, he be having me rolling.
man, this is what all around good experience. And if y'all can hear, they setting up for a baby shower right now, which is even doper because like you can rent the place out. They cater.
They close at 3.
Yeah, they close at 3.
Yeah, we doing a podcast while the restaurant was
In the middle of a baby shower.
In the middle of the baby shower. So now I get why you said the babies. I was like,
Yeah.
I know I ain't having no babies.
yeah.
I got no time for that.
But that's I mean that's it. Y'all need to come out here
Yeah.
and just check out Flamin'. And not just check out Flamin' because there's Brown Sugar Bakery is right down the street.
Brown Sugar Bakery. Limbs Barbecue.
Yeah.
Five Loaves Eatery.
Yeah.
You got so much that's happened around here.
Soul Veg.
Soul Veg, you know.
So this has got to be one of the greatest stretches
Of restaurants.
food in Chicago.
Yep.
75th is historic, and I don't think a lot of people understand that.
They don't understand that.
There's so many options, and there's something for everyone down the street.
Yeah.
Like, you're not just getting one category of food. You're literally, there's like vegetarian, vegan, barbecue,
And they all good.
bakeries, literally
Soul
everything.
food.
Soul food. I love it. This is exactly
They
what I
got
want.
it all.
They got it all.
We want it all.
I mean,
We talking food.
we know you gonna be back here. So we ain't gonna ask you, man, what you think, man.
Ask me.
Yeah. We know it. We gonna be back.
Tell the people where they can find you, where can they follow you, where can they look out for you.
Where you can find me? In your head eating food. Nah, I'm
Hey.
playing. You can find me on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. All Black People Eats, and all of them, every handle, Black People Eats. And yeah, you can just catch me at your local Black-owned restaurant eating. And I will say something exclusive for y'all podcast.
Oh,
By the time this come out, we should probably be pre-selling a book.
oh!
By the time this come out. By the time this come out.
You heard it here.
By the time this comes out, should be episode, and hopefully the podcast should be out by the
Hey,
time.
there you
Let's
go.
go.
All right.
Let's go.
On that note, y'all be blessed. If you like this episode, send it to someone you like. If you hate this episode, and we will see you next Monday.
What?
Dario, Sarah, Jeremy, y'all, peace out. Hey, thanks for listening to this episode of 77 Flavors of Chicago. We hope you enjoyed it. If you can, please like, rate, and subscribe to us on all streaming platforms where you listen to podcasts. And we hope you listen soon. We'll catch you back next Monday with a new episode. Bye.